Magandang araw mga kababayan. Magbalik tanong tayo. Dun sa isang video natin nung nakaraan, sinuri natin kung paano naging bahagi ng New Clark City ang isang bagong Amerikanong inisyatiba na tinatawag na Pax Silica. This time, mas malalim na balita, mas malinaw kung ano talaga ang nakataya. But first, let's go back to the beginning. In April 2026, the Philippines became the 13th country to join Pax Silica formally, a US-led coalition that has since grown to 23 signatories including Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Israel, the UK, Australia, Qatar, the UAE, and India. Under Secretary of State Jacob Helberg, the architect of the initiative has described it in sweeping terms, calling it compute, silicon, minerals, and energy, the oil and steel of this country, of this century, and declaring that America intends to become, in his own words, the arsenal of AI. Ang New Clark City ang pinili bilang unang lugar sa rehiyon para sa isang industrial hub na dedikado sa artificial intelligence at semiconductor manufacturing, sakop ang mahigit 1,600 ektaryang lupa at suportado ng koalisyon na may kombinadong assets na lumalampas sa $1 trilyong. BCDA President Joshua Bingkang projected the project would generate over 100,000 jobs for Filipino workers once construction begins. Pero dito nagsimula ang tunay na away. On May 18, during a site visit by Helberg himself, PCDA officials revealed that United States had asked for something far bigger than land, legal protection. Ibig sabihin, gusto ng Estados Unidos na ang hub kahit nasa lupang Pilipino ay paiiralin sa ilalim ng batas ng Amerika kasama ang diplomatic immunity para sa kanilang mga tauhan. Bingkang said no. He told reporters plainly that the site would be treated as an ordinary business development contract under Philippine law, adding, no special arrangements will be granted to the US government. Ang bilis ng response ni Helberg. Just a few days later, he took to social media, calling the reporting twisted, and he insists that the US never sought diplomatic immunity at all, only what he called certainty and predictability for investors over a 5 to 10 year horizon. Two officials, one meeting, two very different accounts of what was actually asked for. Bingkang later softened his own account, saying Helberg had since clarified that the request was limited to commercial terms, not immunity from criminal or civil law. Pero hanggang ngayon, wala pa ring nailalabas na kumpletong kasunduan na nagpapakita kung ano talaga ang nilagdaan, kung meron man. Ang tanong na dapat nating itanong, kung wala namang tinatago, bakit hindi pa rin ito nailalabas ng buo sa publiko? What we do know is this. A 2-year window is running to finalize the full legal framework governing the site, a document called the Supplemental Agreement. And just this past week, on July 7, Finance Secretary Frederick Go confirmed the Philippines is now targeting a signed framework deal with the US before the year ends. Habang tumatakbo ang negosasyon, tuloy-tuloy ang mga hakbang sa lupa. NGCP is investing nearly 7 billion pesos into a dedicated power substation to serve the site. BCDA is already procuring a fiber optic partner to wire the entire zone, and the hub has gained a major new anchor tenant in Foxconn, the same company that assembles iPhones and AI hardware for the world's biggest tech brands. Halos 50 kumpanya na ang interesado at inaasahang magsisimula na ang construction bago matapos ang termino ni President Marcos sa 2028. Into the same moment walked a new American ambassador, Lee Lipton, a Florida businessman and political donor with zero prior diplomatic experience, arrived in Manila on June 28, becoming one of the few non-career political appointees to hold the post in decades. He was confirmed by the US Senate by a narrow margin, 46 votes to 43. President Marcos, meeting him days later, urged the new envoy to deepen bilateral ties, and Lipton has already signaled that semiconductors, critical minerals, and the Luzon Economic Corridor sit at the top of his agenda. His arrival is being framed publicly around a celebratory number. 80 years of film diplomatic relations, timed alongside America's own 250th independence anniversary. Ang ginagamit nilang salita ay freedom. But freedom in this context still comes wrapped in conditions written by someone else. Isang dokumento na tayong publiko di pa natin nakikita. Di na bago to para sa Pilipinas. Naalala nyo ba ang Treaty of Paris noong 1898 o yung Bell Trade Act pagkatapos nung quote-unquote liberation natin noong 1946? O yung mga base agreement ng Cold War? Kolonyalismo, eto talaga yon. It has always arrived in our country, wearing the language of partnership, of friendship, of freedom. Pax Silica is just the newest version of this vocabulary. Sabi nila, economic security, innovation, resilience. But deep inside this wrap-up term, control nila sa lupa, hawak nila sa batas ng bansa natin bilang mga dayuhang kapangyarihan, yun pa rin yung goal nila sa huli. What has changed is the scale of what's coming. This is probably bigger than anything we've experienced before. Foxconn is already on board and GCP is already building for them. 50 companies umiikot-ikot na parang vultures para maging bahagi ng project na to. Construction is gonna start really soon. Bawat piraso, bawat parte ng hub is already moving forward as we speak. Bago ko pa ma-post tong video to, marami na yung nangyari, marami na yung progress na nagawa nila. But all we're asking for is that one singular document to tell us exactly what the Philippines gave up, what we are still about to give up, anong natitira sa atin, anong pinirmahan. Lahat wala tayong visibility. Kung tayo mismo ang may-ari ng lupa, tayo, mga Pilipinong mamamayan, hindi dapat tayo yung last to know, hindi tayo dapat yung huling nakakaalam kung ano ba talaga yung nilagdaan ng mga opisyal na to on behalf of our name, on behalf of our country. Ito talaga yung sukatan ng buong usapan about Pax Silica. Hindi yung smoke screen na sinasabi nila na madaming jobs na mabibigay sa mga Pilipino dahil sa project na to. Sure, but that's temporary. And that's shallow. That's surface level. At the end of the day, sino ba talaga yung may huling say, huling utos, huling desisyon kung anong mangyayari sa lupa natin at resources natin at mga tao natin once nalagdaan na ang lahat ng mga papeles? Tayo ba? O once again, is it gonna be America? Maraming salamat po sa panonood. Ang Hello Pinas Hello World ay isang independent page and your support means I can keep doing this work. So if you want to help the page grow, you can buy us a coffee, send stars on Facebook, follow us here on Facebook or on YouTube, like, share, and join the discussion in the comments. Maraming salamat po. Have a good day.